Hello everybody and welcome back. It is MattManectric here, back with another BattleSpot singles, and today we're bringing power, mainly because I didn't have enough time to breed. So yeah, we are going with some old friends, pretty much incredible power though. We've got Gyarados, the bulky one, not the Mega Sizzle, Tangrowth, who we used very recently, Focus Sash Mamoswine, Specs Lele, and I don't even remember what set the flipping Coco's running. Shuckerberry Coco. Yeah, that's going to be a thing. It did initially have Air Balloon, but I swapped it for a Shuckerberry because I still wanted to be able to switch in on one Earthquake. Because I can run Focus Sash, you can't run Focus Sash with flipping Focus Sash Mamoswine. So, looking at my opponent's team, Mamoswine seems like quite a nice lead here. I mean, the one issue would be Charizard. As for Charizard, I could, you know what, no. Let's leave Gyarados. I'm going to have Mamoswine in the back. And then, do I want to bring Sizzle? I feel like Sizzle would be an issue if we end up against the Charizard. I think it's going to be Coco. The Charizard is the biggest threat. And my Gyarados is physically bulky. So I don't know how well it would take a Solar Beam or a Flamethrower in the sun. But I guess we'll find out. I would like to paralyze it because then that means Mamoswine might actually be able to do something to it. Although saying that, I don't even know. We're going to see the Metagross lead, which means that he is probably going to be running Thunder Punch, which is going to be annoying. So, Timberlake's not going to work. I mean, he might not be running Thunder Punch, but he probably is. I mean, if we have a look, we could go into Mamoswine. We absolutely could. Or I could Thunder Wave him. And, you know, I guess there's a chance he could end up just going straight for a Zen Head, but I'm going to stay in and go for the Thunder Wave. We're quite low down on the ladder. We're very low down on the ladder, so it wouldn't... I don't know why that would make me think that he's not running Thunder Punch. It just makes me think he's not running it. He's not running it. Okay, he goes for the Zen Head, but as predicted, and Gyarados, that does so much damage. Please paralyze it. Thank you. We were able to get off the Thunder Wave and limit what this Metagross can really do to us. Now, he did take a little bit of Rocky Helmet damage, which is, you know, it's all good, it's all good. And after seeing him Zen Head, but we could switch out now and go out and say Mamoswine and Earthquake him. He will still have Bullet Punch, unfortunately. Or we could go for another Waterfall. Do we allow Gyarados just to be knocked out to this Metagross? To be fair, it's Metagross, and Metagross is a threat, but I think we should allow, we should bring in Mamoswine. Now, I said Mamoswine won't be able to do anything to Charizard. I lied. Apparently, at some point, I got rid of knock off the Stone Edge, which I'm very happy about in this scenario. And Zen Headbutt doesn't do anywhere near as much to Mamoswine, which is excellent. That's fantastic. So, let's go for the Earthquake. He could end up going for a Bullet Punch, and that would do a lot of damage. Whether it would knock us out, I'm not sure. It looks like he did go for a Bullet Punch, and he does get fully paralyzed. And that is going to be the end of Metagross, thankfully. I wouldn't have liked to take that Bullet Punch, because it may... Metagross is way too bulky. What the hell? Metagross is way too bulky. Okay, he's going to Bullet Punch. So let's go out into Gyarados and have him take some Rocky Helmet damage. And then knock him out next turn with a Waterfall. Probably our best bet. Intimidate. Oh, Intimidate's going to work now. I forgot that. And there's the Bullet Punch. It's a resisted hit. We've got so much bulk. It's going to do next to no damage. And actually, he just goes straight up down to the Rocky Helmet. So, even better. Even better. We've got Gyarados back in. We can Thunder Wave something new. If he brings in Charizard, that would be a little bit annoying because obviously our Sash is broken on the Mamoswine. He's actually going to bring an Aegislash. Now, does that mean that he's going to go for a Shadow Sneak? I'm not sure. I am just going to Taunt, so he can't set up a Sword Dance, set up a Substitute. He can't repeatedly King's Shield or anything like that. So, I think that's probably our best play in this scenario. And he's actually just going to straight up attack me. So this means he cannot go back into King's Shield, which is really, really good if you didn't know. That is really good. Because that does mean that we can freely bring in Mamoswine now and hit him with an Earthquake. Obviously, if he brings in Charizard, that would be an issue though. So, you know, maybe Tapu Koko is the better option. Thunderbolt will knock him out. Thunderbolt should knock him out, I should say, in when he's not in the shield form. If it doesn't knock him out and he's got Charizard in the back, you know, he's used MattManectric. MattManectric? He used Metagross. So it's not good. Charizard's not even going to be hit, so I have no worries. Let's click Thunderbolt. Let's just straight up click Thunderbolt and hope for the best. We're going to see a Shadow Sneak come out from this Aegislash. That will not knock us out. It shouldn't come close. No. Koko's not bulky, but it's bulky enough to live with that. And Thunderbolt destroys the Aegislash, which is great to see. So we're left with maybe a 65% HP Tapu Koko, along with a 40-ish HP, 40%-ish HP Mamoswine. But it's game over at this stage. Toxapex cannot pull through against a Koko and a Metagross. Sorry, and a Mamoswine. Man, I'm getting all my flipping things mixed up. Can't even beat the Koko. So down Toxapex goes, and we have bought the power today, people. We have bought the power, and the power has won the first battle of the week, which is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Played that game brilliantly. Very, very happy with the way we dealt with Metagross, you know, paralyzing. Okay, maybe we got a bit lucky with the paralysis, but you know what? I Thunderwave him for a reason. That speed drop is helpful, and of course the paralysis in general is helpful. I would not like to save a game, but thank you very much for asking. And let's move on. So, you know, obviously because we were using the Sinnoh team, we only got one win last week with it, which was appalling. So maybe we can fight. Maybe we can get back up into the 1500s. That would be ideal. That would be incredible if we're able to do that. What has just happened, though, if you didn't know, was the May International Championships. The highest I managed to hit was 1730 something or 1740 something. We ended up dropping back down to 1680-ish, around that, which really sucks. I went on a bit of a losing streak towards the end, and I couldn't bring myself back up to the 1700s, which is a real shame, but hey, there's always next month. So the opponent, again, is bringing Metagross, probably Mega. A very, very strong team, very, very OU based, much like mine. Seriously, I was thinking about bringing Koko, thinking about bringing Lele, but when you take into fact that he's probably got Sporing Loom, Scarf Lando, he can change the terrain with Koko, you've got Muck which switches in on Psychic, and Metagross which switches in on Psychic. Both of those obviously take out Lele. There's no point in me bringing Lele whatsoever. Literally no point. I think Mamoswine could be quite a good option with Koko in the back, because if we... In fact, no, I'll lead with Koko, with Mamoswine. Now, Koko does have Hidden Power, but I can't for the life of me remember what Hidden Power is. Oh, it doesn't have Hidden Power, it's Grass now, I take it back. Which means that Koko really can't do that much to the Landorus, other than Dazzling Gloom. But to be honest, his team looks relatively weak to Tangrowth. No, Mate, you're saying shit now. You're saying shit. Koko and Mamoswine, it's... the next decision is... It's a difficult one. It is a difficult one. I think I'm going to go Gyarados. It's the exact same throw we ran with last game. I know, you know, we've got to be going with some variety here, but... I don't know what... I don't think the other three were going to be very helpful in the slightest. You know, maybe Tangrowth could have been helpful, but... you know, Tangrowth would have been a nice switching on the Breloom, I guess. Not Punch wouldn't have done much. Rock Tomb wouldn't have done much. Bullet Seed resisted. Can't be spored. Maybe that would have been a good idea to bring. But he's going to lead with the Metagross as we lead with the Tapu Koko. He probably Meteor matches or Earthquakes. I'm going to hope that he Earthquakes because I think we'll live it. And hopefully... And I mean, after an Earthquake, you probably don't live a Bullet Punch. So that would be then a good time to go into the Gyarados. So I am just going to straight up Volt Switch. He does want to bring in... I wasn't Thunderbolt, but no, I changed my mind. He does want to bring in the Landorus. That's up to him. Landorus, then bring in Landorus. I'll just go out into Gyarados. It's not a big deal. But I can just see him Earthquaking. I can see him Earthquaking. I think Meteor Match will do more, especially if it's Mega. because of the Shucker Berry, so... But we'll see. We'll see. So the Metagross is going to Mega Evolve as assumed. It's going to get a little bit of a bulk boost, a little bit of a speed boost as well. How much does Volt Switch 2 to this thing? I'm not too sure, to be honest. It has chosen to stay in. Not even half. I mean, that shows you how much bulk this thing has, doesn't it? It really does. Let's bring in the Gyarados, and if he... You know what? If he's running Thunder Punch, then he's running Thunder Punch. At the end of the day, if he's running Thunder Punch, then he is running Thunder Punch. We will bring Gyarados, we will be able to get the Intimidate off, as we do actually see an Iron Head there, which does no damage. Absolutely no damage. And Waterfall knocks him out next turn, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. If he wants to go ahead and bring a Brilliant, that's fine. He is in fact running Thunder Punch. We will not live that because we're in electric terrain. That kind of sucks. But you know what? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Coco's going to come back in. We'll probably end up Bullet Punching, but hey. Ends up Bullet Punching, doesn't he? I mean, it's not... There's not much else I can do. Bullet Punch would do more to... will do more to Mamoswine, and also it breaks Mamoswine's sash, so... There's literally no point in me bringing a Mamoswine at this stage. Much better off just switching in Coco. There is a reason Mega Metagross has been bound to Ubers. And, well, we've seen it twice in a row, so... I mean, that's part of the reason for the fact of just how much it's over-centralized in the meta game. Or how much it did over-centralize in the meta game, which is gone now, so... Volt Switch able to take out the Metagross. We can freely switch in our Mamoswine. And we do, of course, have the Focus Sash intact, so we will be guaranteed to live a hit. Much depends on what my opponent wants to bring in. We'll change my mind on what we do. But we have brought it back to 2-2. As we do see the opponent's Tapu Koko come into play. Now this kind of tells me it's got Grass Knot. Not going to lie. It tells me it's Grass Knot. We did not see a balloon. So I am more than happy just to sit here and click Earthquake. Because it will die. This thing will die to an Earthquake. It does have Grass Knot, but as I said, not scared of that because of the Focus Sash. Probably takes us down to our Sash. It does. But I am okay with that. And the Earthquake is fired off. And it will hopefully knock out Tapu Koko. Yep, down it goes. A Mamoswine. Excellent job there from the Mamo. We're doing alright. I think we just picked such a good team that I'm hoping that we just bamboozle this week. You know, 9 wins out of 9. That would be fantastic. In comes the Volcarona. We do of course have the Stone Edge. So we will go for that. Volcarona probably outspeeds us. He might be tempted to go for Quiver Dance. He is tempted to go for a Quiver Dance. Now the question is, do we hit the Stone Edge? That is the important question here. Do we hit it? We do hit it. Down goes Volcarona, unless it's Focus Sash, which it is not. Volcarona's gone. That is 2 wins out of 2 for today. And, mate, happy days. Happy days. It's about time. It's about time we started picking up some wins. It is. It really, really is. This is what happens when you bring power guys in the lower tiers of BattleSpot. Because at the beginning of this episode, we were sort of around 1380-ish, and after 2 battles, and they were both higher ranked than me, we have managed to find our way. I'll tell you what ranking we are in a second when it decides to bring it up. We have found our way into 1417, so a nice little bit of gainage there. I don't even know if that's a word, but it is now because I've just invented it. Can we get our 3rd out of 3 wins for this episode? Very impressed with that trio. No, they've won 2 out of 2 on their own. I mean, this team shouldn't struggle. I've got no fire move, so something like a Sizzle would be a threat to me, but I mean, Sizzle doesn't really do much to Gyarados. Ferrothorn would be a problem. Ferrothorn would be a problem to this team if we come up against one. So I did just pick 6 sort of randomish Pokemon to battle with. So if I'd actually, you know, tweak the moveset stuff, I would probably be running HP Fire on the Tangrowth instead of HP Ice, because we do have Mamoswine and Ice Fang on the Gyarados. So we see a Ditto, a Cloyster, a Morwell, a Trevenant, a Golduck, and a Garchomp. What an interesting team. What an interesting team. I'm going to want to lead with the special attacker in case he leads with the Cloyster, because physical moves just don't do anything to Cloyster. That special attack is going to be Tapu Lele, I think. Lele can pretty much psychic anything that it wants to, I guess, other than Morwell, but even then, I'd imagine a psychic is a 2-hit KO or more, and we probably outspeed it, and it can't Sucker Punch us, so. And he's got a fair bit of priority in that team with Sucker Punching from Morwell, and potentially Shadow Sneak on Trevenant, but also Ice Shard on Cloyster, so. Gonna bring the Lele. I think Mamoswine could be a good option here. He's got nothing that wants to switch in on Mamoswine, because obviously we do have the Ice type attack, as well as Earthquake and Stone Edge, and really a lot of his team doesn't want to deal with that. As for the I guess we've got Mamoswine for Garchomp, but it's not really much of a switch in. I'm gonna bring Tangrowth as just an overall switch in. We've got Earthquake for Morwell. Should it come down to that, you know? I mean, if the Ditto's Scarfed, then it's gonna have some trouble, because one of the things that really helps Tangrowth is its monstrous HP stat. Ditto just can't deal with that. It just lacks the HP stat, as well as the fact that Tangrowth is holding the Assault Vest, which helps it massively. So, you, my friend, need to go to the shop to pick yourself up some clothes, because you can't be fighting me with that default avatar. We do actually see the Morwell lead, which does scare me, because he could be he will be running Iron Head. He could be running Sub-Swords Dance, because that is a thing that some Morwell do like to run. But the nice thing is that he can't hit us with any kind of priority, so I'm just going to go ahead and switch in Tangrowth. We can start Earthquaking him if we need to. If he sets up a Swords Dance, then we might be then we might have a problem. I'll probably have to sack Lele if that is the case. I think Mega Morwell might have Speed Tangrowth as well, which would be a little bit on the annoying side. Maybe switching in Mamoswine would have been the better option, because we'd be able to do more damage to it. But I'm all about taking hits, although not many things can take hits from a Morwell as it is, so I guess we'll have to see, won't we? I guess we'll have to see. In comes Tangrowth. He could be expecting a Sleep Powder. That wouldn't surprise me. Although I am expecting an Iron Head from this Morwell. He does actually Swords Dance. Right, that's dangerous. That's very, very dangerous. And I do wish I'd just stayed in the Psychics. Let's click Earthquake then. I'm not sure if this is going to do half, to be honest, because Mega Morwell's defense is decent. Tangrowth has no attack investment. And he's running Fire Fan. Even better. Even better. Down goes Tangrowth. Not living that, unfortunately. And we are going to be forced to bring in Mamoswine this turn. Mate, this is going to be tough. This is going to be a tough battle. I can just bring a Mamoswine and just click Earthquake. I can't risk anything else. We've got the Focus Sash. He can't Sucker Punch us because we're in Psychic terrain. So 2 Earthquakes will be enough to knock out the Morwell. I should have went into Mamoswine instead of the Tangrowth. It was a little bit silly from me. We are going to see the Play Rough from the Morwell, which is going to bring us down to our Sash. And we now have a 1 HP Mamoswine and a Spexlele to take us through the rest of the game. But realistically, Spexlele can just single-handedly go through teams and win you games like that. It's just got so much power behind it. For me, the important thing is though that Mamoswine stays in for the duration of the Psychic terrain. We need the Psychic terrain to go down, really, because if the Psychic terrain goes down, then we can reset it and it's back up to full, you know, another 5 turns of it. If not, and we've only got 1 more turn of Psychic terrain, that's when Psychic's power is going to be slightly dwindled when it comes to Lele, so. But hey, we'll see what he's got. Mamoswine gonna knock out the Morwell, which is very, very important. Would have been nice if Tangrowth could have lived 1 hit from the Morwell, though, just so the Mamoswine would have been able to Oko it and keep its Focus Sash. But hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We're actually gonna see Ditto come in here. Now then. Now, he actually has nothing else that can take Psychics very well. Cloister could be Focus Sash. If that is the case, then it's pretty much game over from this stage. But I'm going to hope he doesn't Ice Shard me, and I'm going to try and set up a Stealth Rock, because no, he Scarfs anyway. Okay. Yeah, this is quite bad, actually. This is quite bad. Psychic Terrain hasn't gone down yet, either. Maybe it can go down this turn? It does go down this turn. Okay. But we still have a hope. We still do have a light hope. I can bring in Lele. We can go for Psychic, but it's looking like we are going to lose this game. Which sucks, to be fair. It does suck, but it's whatever. It's okay. I made the wrong play. I went out to -1 instead of going... I went into Tangrowth instead of -1 in the end. It's probably lost me the game. Psychic, we will live an Earthquake. We will live 1. I'd like to think. Yeah, we do. Okay. And Psychic should knock out this Mammoth Swipe. Well, it should knock out the Ditto. Yeah, down it goes in 1 hit. And really, if he's got Garchomp, he wins. If he's got Cloister, he wins. He's probably got Cloister. There it is. There it is. That's why I wanted to set up the Stealth Rock, so he could have broken the Focus Sash, but... You know what, maybe even if we did bring the... even if we did bring... even if we did go to Mammoth Swine first, it's looking like it wouldn't have mattered anyways. Unless he goes for Rock Blast and misses, he has 1. And he does just go for the Article Spear to take the game. Disappointed myself, really, with the way I played that game, but... It's whatever. We managed to get 2 wins out of 3 today, which I'm fairly happy with, to be honest. Cloister's a bit of a dick anyway. I mean, we can all agree that we've all lost to a Cloister. We've all lost to a Cloister. We've all lost to a Cloister. I quite fancy building a team on Cloister actually on the showdown for the stream. Which this video will be up tonight, so you'll have missed Monday's stream if that's the case. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. One thing I will say just before the end, I haven't had time to breed Pokemon. I'm pretty sure I said that. But someone did ask me to bring Hitmonlee. I'll try to get Hitmonlee for next week. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully we'll see you soon. And links are in the description for everything. Like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you did. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.